Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to do part 2 of yesterday's video. Yesterday I showed you how I take my photos for Instagram, and then today I'm going to show you how I edit them. So let's get into it. Okay, after all the photos we took yesterday, I got them off of my camera onto my laptop. I went through and selected some of my favorites. So now we're in my camera roll. So this was one of the first photos I took, and you see how this plant was up here and this outlet, so then I changed a bunch of things after that, but I went through and this is actually still one of my favorite photos, so we're gonna see if we can work with it. Otherwise, I also do have this one. The outlet is in this one. If I really care, I could go in and Photoshop it out, but I probably won't. I don't think it matters like that much. So those two are definitely potentials. And then this one I really like. I used it for the thumbnail for yesterday's video, but this is horizontal. And for Instagram, I prefer vertical photos because it takes up more real estate on your phone. And when you're scrolling, portrait photos just kind of look a little bit better on your phone. This is one of the detail shots. I really like this one, so I'll probably end up editing this one as well. And then this is one of the foliage shots. Do you see how there's a lot of negative space up here? So what we'll end up probably doing is cropping it, because we have to crop it anyways, because on Instagram the highest ratio you can get is a 4:5, so we'll have to crop it anyways. This is another one. Okay, this one. I do like this one. We probably have to crop a lot of it out, but we'll see what we can do. So those are the ones I selected out of all of the photos we took yesterday that are my favorite. I usually post carousels on my plant Instagram, usually like 2 or 3 photos. So we'll probably end up posting probably 2 or 3 from all of the ones I selected. So for editing, I use an app called Adobe Lightroom. It's part of the Adobe Creative Suite. It is a subscription that you have to pay per month. I have it because I'm paying for Adobe Premiere anyways to edit my videos, but if you don't want to pay for it, there are a lot of free apps you can edit on. One of my favorites is Snapseed, which is a Google app, which I love, and for a lot of my personal photos that are going on my personal Instagram, I edit them on Snapseed. But one of the things that I love about Adobe Lightroom is that you can create your own presets, and if you're taking a lot of photos in the same setting, it's really easy to just apply the same settings and there'll be minimal adjustments. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Okay, let's hop into Adobe Lightroom. So this is Adobe Lightroom. This is my plant folder. As you can see, there are a lot of plants from when I had that gray background, but if you scroll all the way down, I imported 2 photos from the shoot we just did, these 2, and these are the first ones that we're going to work on. So remember how I told you about the presets? Because I've edited photos on this background before, I have made my own presets. If you just scroll, there's a button that says preset right there. Plants is a preset I made for my gray background, and white plants is a preset I made for my white background. But I'm not going to use them today because I want to show you how I actually edit the photos. Okay, if you take a good photo out of camera, the editing should be minimal. So let's go on to light first of all. First thing I'm going to do is adjust the curve. We're going to do a little bit of an S curve. And what that does is make the photo kind of like a little bit more contrasty. I also really love to crush my blacks. So, but we're just going to do a very slight S curve because we don't want to overexpose all of the highlights. That looks pretty good to me. Click done. I'm still going to take the exposure up a touch, maybe 0.25. Probably going to leave the contrast, leave the highlights, take the shadows down a little bit, maybe like -3. Whites I'm going to take up a lot, maybe like that much. Let's see. Okay, maybe that's too much. Maybe 35. And then in Lightroom, if you hold your screen down, you could do before and after. Okay, and then the blacks, I'm going to take it down just a touch. I really like to crush my blacks. So that's, okay, okay, so this is after and before. So that's so much brighter already. Okay, now let's do color, and I'm just gonna warm everything up a touch, maybe +3, not a big deal. I'm gonna leave everything else, maybe take saturation down. Okay, I don't mind that. So -5 on the saturation. It kind of just depends on the photo. Go to effect and go to texture, and I bump that up maybe to like 10 or 8. That looks good to me. I'm not going to sharpen this photo. And then, okay. So do you see how like the edging is kind of gray? I don't love that. So what I'm going to do is go like this. Oops. Okay. And then we're going to push it more to the side. So all the red area that you see, that is all the area that's going to be affected. And go to light and just pump the exposure on the side up a little bit. Maybe like 0.5. And I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, now is the important part, which is doing all of the cropping and the geometry. So I'm going to rotate this one slightly just to make it a little bit straighter. So that was +9 off. Obviously it'll depend on your photos. I'm gonna hit yes on constrain crop, so that crops out all of the white border. And then now we're gonna go to crop, go to 4:5, and we're gonna try our best to edit out any plants. That looks pretty good to me. There we go. This is before, this is after. Okay, let's see if we can try to edit out the outlet. I'm not too crazy about doing that, but okay, that's not terrible. I don't hate it. I feel like no one looks that closely. If I cared more, I would take it into Photoshop and like do it properly, but I think this is good enough. So once again, this is before, this is after. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and export to camera roll. And it's gonna export. Okay, one photo successfully exported. And then now how you're gonna create a preset. So you really like this photo, right? And you don't wanna do all of this again. So what you're gonna do is go to preset, create preset, and then let's title this white background plus plants. And then you're just gonna make sure that everything is checked except for tools, optics, and geometry, because those are the things that are like crop, and obviously you don't want to transfer one crop from one photo to another because it, you know, doesn't work like that. Okay, and then check. Cool, perfect. White background plus plants. And then now we're going to go back. Let's go to the other photo. So let's say this photo. Now what you want to do is just scroll over to presets. Now you have your preset pre-made. White background plus plants. That was one click, one button. And that's the before, that's the after. That looks pretty good to me. I would probably still go in and do the selective. Pick the square option. Go make sure it's this way. Just move it to the edge. And then light, bring exposure up a touch. Let's do the other side as well. Pick the square option. Whoops. Oh no. Pick the square option. Why are you not working for me? Bring exposure up a touch. Okay, and then now we still have to crop this because remember this is in 2:3 right now and we need 4, 5. Easy peasy. I'm not going to bother editing the outlet out of this one. Rendering. Okay, dokes. Okay, it just finished rendering. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the detailed shots.
I hope that you take that jump and you don't fear the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. And I hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. And I hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey. The only way you can know is give it all you have. Oh, oh. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. I hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. And I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope that you spend your days and they all add up.
Okay, so now I'm going to bring all my photos to Instagram. Let's make a new post. And then I think what I'm going to do is you always want to make sure you click this button right here to expand it to the full 4:5. I think I'm going to go with this first one we edited as the cover photo. So 1. And then I think I'm going to do this one as number 2. Foliage shot number 3. And this one is 4. I don't usually do 4. I usually do like 2 or 3. But these photos look good. So I'm going to use all of them. Next. And then I just write a caption and then post. So if you are watching this video, go to my Instagram and like my post. Okay, so that's how I edit all of my photos for Instagram. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And there's one more video in 25 days of Plantless. I can't believe we're almost done. So yeah, cool. I'll see you soon. Bye!